Hello, Younger Old here, and welcome to my channel. Now, is it me, or is it just my age? But I can't help thinking, what the hell is happening to our life here in the UK? Stay tuned and watch the intro. Now my mate, who is 4 or 5 years older than me, admits to an illness, and he has assured me that I will catch it at some point. It's called GOMS, and it's short for Grumpy Old Man Syndrome. It's not that sad, it's not life-threatening. In fact, it's quite liberating in some ways. One of the side effects of this is that you don't have the patience to suffer idiots anymore. And the things that you just didn't think about or didn't bother you in the past have now come damn right annoying, and they do bother you. My mate was right. I have now caught this condition. Now something seems to be really wrong here in the UK. Yeah, we've always had the usual boom and bust. Just before I started work, I remember the 3-day week and the power cuts to conserve coal. I remember the recession in the early 80s. As I was the usual youth living with my parents, it didn't really affect me, as long as I'd got enough money to go out and enjoy the pubs and the clubs and the general 80s vibe at the time. The mid-80s changed for the better, and who don't remember the yuppies? Early 90s saw another recession with high interest rates and falling house prices. So, with all the boom and the bust, but even in the bust, there's always seemed the hope of better things to come. That hope seems to have sadly now gone. There seems to be this entitled generation that now accepts everything for little or no effort on their part. I was talking to someone who's got 6 kids and just expects that they should be given a large house for little rent, as she needs one and she's entitled to one. The council are looking for 2 houses that could be knocked together to make one, but they complain that this would only give them 6 bedrooms. They really wanted 7. How many of us work in public could afford a 7-bedroom house? I couldn't then, and I certainly couldn't do now. I do not think that one sector of the public have the right to call or insult another sector, but we don't seem to have any freedom of speech anymore. We all have to be very tactful, as woe betide us if we accidentally offend someone who is a bit oversensitive. Example, as a motorcycle instructor, we're not supposed to tell a trainee if they have failed their CBT. We are recommended to say, you have been referred for more training, or you have not reached the required standard. But anything other than the word fail, in case we upset someone. But the fact is, if you've not passed, then it must be a fail, isn't it? Now, the UK motorist pays the government over £30 billion a year in road taxes and fuel duty. Yet our roads are in a shocking state of repair, because only a fraction of this is spent on the roads itself. You tour in Europe and you'll notice a vast difference in the quality of the roads. I ask myself, what are they spending the money on then if it's not the roads? Well, it's certainly not the NHS, or that wouldn't be on its knees. Now, not only do we have bad roads, the government now seem to want to restrict our use of them by charging extra for those that want to still use them. It's a war against the motorists. How long will it be before all the roads will need remarking, as cycle lanes will need to be moved, as that will be the faster lane? Cyclists to overtake restricted vehicles in the 20-mile-an-hour zone. Watch out, as the 20-mile-an-hour zone limit will soon be moving towards you. Now, I can't get my head around this. I identify it as this or that. So, okay, I can say I identify as a man with a 30-inch waist, a muscular torso, and a six-pack. But this would be a complete lie. My six-pack is more like a Party 7, for those of you who remember them. Yeah, I'm overweight. I did lose a lot of weight before the lockdowns, but I put some of it back on when I couldn't go to the Weight Watchers class and meetings. If somebody makes a joke of it, I'll just laugh along. I'm not going to get upset about it. If somebody says something insulting, I probably still won't get upset. I'll just sit on them. I seen an article online where some parents were complaining to the school as the staff don't accept that their daughter identifies as a cat. I'd just put a litter tray down for them and give them a tin of Whiskers. In many ways, my generation probably had better times. We were born post-war and post-war doom and gloom. Had a great time through the 70s and the 80s, made the best of the booms and got through the busts. The only downside is now we're getting bloody old. But I wouldn't want to be a youngster in today's world. What is there to look forward to? How much longer can this downward spiral be allowed to continue before something drastic happens? And I mean drastic. There's a builder who lives near here, and he's now got severe arthritis in his hands. He cannot use the tools of his trade anymore. You only have to look at his hands to see this. Sadly, he's had to stop work from his job, a job he's loved, and he's been doing it all his working life. So he applied for PIP's payment benefit, as he can't earn a wage now. He's been rejected for it and told to go down job seekers and find some other kind of work. But he's approaching his late 50s now, so there's not really a lot of hope out there for him. He was told by the benefits people that if he was suffering with his mental well-being, he may have been given the payments. Well, that's it. I've had my rant. I've had my little grumpy old man bit. But I'm a bit fed up now. So the only sane thing and rational thing you can do is actually look outside. Yeah, it's cloudy, but it's dull. You know what? I'm going to drag the bike out, go for a ride, and cheer myself up. So, if you managed to get through and watch to the end of my little rant, and if you enjoyed it, please do the ticks to like and subscribe. And as always, take care, ride safe, and bye for now.